knocks over the weekend. Can we just start by getting an update on them?
Gabriel is out for 6 to 8 weeks. We had a scare about his cruciate, but it's only medial knee ligament, so the positive is that he avoids surgery, but he's of course out until now, beginning of August certainly.
And Alexis?
Alexis is alright.
And just what's the other team news as well? Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Squadron Mustafi, are they in contention?
Chamberlain is in contention because he's back in training, and
Squadron Mustafi as well.
Squadron Mustafi, we have some worries. He's still sick at the moment and is not trained yet.
Just on the FA Cup final, we've been favourites in the past two FA Cup finals, obviously against Hull City and Aston Villa, up against the Premier League champions this time round. Just how does that change your approach to this game?
Not much, because the pressure is, of course, was very high, especially against Hull and Aston Villa, but especially against Hull because we had not won the FA Cup and the trophy for a while. So overall, this time, yes, we are not favourite. It's quite even, or maybe Chelsea is even ahead. So it's a bit similar to for us to what happened in the semi-final against Man City.
Arsene, the UK terror threat level is obviously, it has been moved to critical, given the incredibly sad events in Manchester. Will the club take on any added security ahead of the cup final this week?
No, we will have our usual security, you know. We are in the middle of it when on the day of a game and the day before the game. So usually when you are involved in a competition, you don't really realize what's happening all around, you know. It's we are live a little bit in our bubble and isolated from all that, but you want, of course, the best level of security. I'm French, so we live in emergency state in France for a long time now, and basically it's not visible what the police is doing usually, but you want, of course, the best level of security.
Does Manchester this week put football into perspective somewhat?
Of course, you want people to go to enjoy life, and they come out, and you have dead people in concerts. It's absolutely unacceptable and really sad. I was in Paris on the night where it happened on the 13th of November 2015. It's a huge shock, and our solidarity and compassion is completely total with the city, with the Manchester City.
Talking about the football and the cup final this week, you mentioned Mustafi being sick and Koscielny obviously banned, Gabriel injured. How does that impact on your ability to play back?
It just shows you how unpredictable football can be, because we played at home where your mind is on attacking. On a day we lost 2 centre-backs, you know. It's absolutely unbelievable and unpredictable, and we are hit hard in a position where we need to be strong on Saturday, but we'll have to find solutions, and hopefully I will find the good solutions.
Could you be forced into moving away from the system that has worked well for you recently?
I have to decide that until Saturday, and we'll test that in training, you know, until Saturday.
There's been a lot of talk this week about Alexis Sanchez. Maybe not the week to talk about that, you know, linked to Manchester City. Are you bracing yourself for? Are you bracing yourself for the chance to lose players after finishing outside the top 4?
No, we have nobody end of contract, and so that will be completely our decision, you know, and therefore I just believe that the club has, of course, a big job to do during the summer, because you want to keep players like Alexis and all the speculations that could happen.
Sir Alex Ferguson this week said a lot of nice things about you. He was complimentary. He backed you, and you know, all the negativity in the recent months. What did you make of his comments?
It's welcome. because he knows the difficulty of a job. He's maybe the greatest manager who has worked in England, and we had a few big rivalries, you know, but the time has ended all that, and I think there is a big respect. I have a big respect for him, and I think he as well respects what I've done in the game.
He did 26 years at Manchester United. You're at 21 with Arsenal. Can you see yourself matching him for time at one club?
No, I don't think I will match him on that front. But he did extremely well, and what he did 26 years is absolutely exceptional, because you look what's happening in the game. Usually, you know, the average life expectancy of a manager today is 18 months. So our total is quite unusual.
And final one for me, can you see yourself doing 22 years, 23 years maybe with Arsenal?
You got me well there, but I cannot answer that question at the moment.
Is there any chance in Arsene that this could be your last match, the cup final?
I will not be my last match anyway, because I will stay no matter what happens in football.
But at this club?
I don't know.
There are some people who have admired everything you've done here, Arsene, and think that seeing you lifting the FA Cup at Wembley would be a perfect way to say goodbye. It would be kind of like a beautiful farewell. Does that go through your mind at all?
No.
Because
what I want is to win the next game. You know, I love to win, and I want to do well for my club, and I want to win the cup for my club, and that's all I care about. It's not about me. It's about us winning the trophy and giving absolutely everything to achieve it.
Do you think the club, Arsenal, right now is in a position financially to dominate, compete at the top of English and European football?
It's not only about money, football. It's important, but it's not only about money. We are in a much better position. I guided this club for years with very limited resources, where we had to sell all our best players always, and so today the club is in a much stronger position. Some clubs are in a stronger position than us financially, yes, but I believe we are in a strong enough position, and we have a strong enough basic squad to compete at the top level.
If there was a billionaire who wants to come in and invest, that can only be a good thing though, can't it, for any club?
Look, at the moment you can understand that 3 days before cup final I'm not too much in that mood. What I focus on is the cup final.
Thank you.
Arsene, you talked about how long you've been here. George Ramsay was at Aston Villa for 42 seasons, and he at the moment has the record for the most FA Cup wins. You are on the verge, should you win, of becoming the greatest manager in FA Cup history.
Look, I will, as I just said, I want to do it just to win the cup, because I think the team has redressed very well the situation on the sporting side, and that would be a good crowning of what we have done in the last 2 months. And the team has given so much that I think they really want to win something. After that, if it on top of that I have some benefit as well, it's okay, but that's not my main worry.
But considering what you were saying, the life expectancy of a manager nowadays, that would be a record you may hold for a very long time.
Maybe, I don't know. It's difficult because to predict always what will happen in our game. We just spoke about losing 2 centre-backs, you know, in one game, so it's very difficult for me to predict where football will go, what will happen in the next 20 years. Maybe we'll have a robot on the bench who will make the decisions, and the computer will analyze exactly what kind of decisions he'll make during the game. So you might not have even human beings anymore on the bench.
There is a great extreme, isn't there, from the 2 outcomes from this match. You win, you end up in history, maybe for decades, maybe for eternity, and you lose and you haven't got Champions League football and you haven't won a trophy.
Yeah, that's part of what makes it all exciting as well. You have to accept that when you go in competition you can win, lose or draw, and that makes football great, because that's why people follow that, because of the intensity of the emotions involved in it as well.
You say Alexis is okay. Is he okay to play? Will he start? And you talked about seeing out your contract to the end, to the last day. Why was that such a significant thing to say this weekend after the last match? Was that referring to your contract? Was that referring to
No,
players
it's just
playing until the last
I
day?
just explained to you what is a professional person. Is if you have a surgery tomorrow with a surgeon who is his last day of work, we still want him to make a good work with you, you know, and not expect him to do half of a job only because it's his last day. So that's what it is to be professional, is perform until as long as you have a contract.
Should I be concerned that you drawing similes to your last day or to your squad's last day?
No, I just think I have ended contracts before and I always behaved exactly the same.
And Alexis Sanchez?
Alexis Sanchez is not end of contract. I would just like to remind you that he's end of contract in 2018, so that's a completely different situation.
So he's fit to start? He's fit to start again?
We'll see. He needs to go through some tests at the moment, and we'll see how well he comes out of that. It's not one, but knowing the player, knowing his character, and knowing his commitment for the club, that I don't question at all, he will make absolutely everything to be fit for Saturday.
Just to clarify one on that, will the cup final, will the outcome of it have any bearing on you?
No.
Why not?
And why? I return the question to you, why?
Well, because some people would say you win the FA Cup, it gives you a chance, a platform to
I don't care about me, I care about us winning the game on Saturday, and when you go in a game you can accept that in a cup final you can accept the challenge, you just want to win it, and the last worry I have is my person in a game like that.
What chance would you give Mustafi of being available at this stage?
I don't know. I have to listen to medical people. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, take the microphones out, please.